Hi guys, welcome back for another video. I'm Jess and I'm one of the creative designers here at Sizzix. Today I have a brand new collection to share with you, and it is our Kids Create Collection. So this is a super fun, small little collection designed especially for your little ones. So there's 4 different designs in this collection, and they are all stamp framelit sets. So they're cute little stamps and then your framelits that you can cut out the shapes as well. So I'm going to quickly run through the designs and show you them, and then we're going to hop into a tutorial. I've also got some projects to kind of show you what you can create at home as well. So first off, every set comes with a selection of stamp framelits, like I suggested, and they've all got a different theme. So we've got here, I'm trying to remember the names, I'm sorry. So we've got Forest Friends. So this one is obviously some cute little forest animals, and I'll just show you inside. Everyone comes with its own framelits and its own corresponding stamp set. So I'll just move these to one side so you can see a bit better. So you've got obviously all of your stamps there. They're gorgeous hand-drawn stamps, and then you've got your framelits that fit perfectly over the top. So obviously you can see we've got our little bunny there that goes over the top. So you can get your little ones to stamp their designs, and then with a little bit of supervision you can get them to cut out, they can colour them in, and obviously we can make an array of different projects and kind of play items with them. So we've got Forest Friends, we've also got Cars and Trucks, which is adorable for, I'm sure, any little car lover in your family. Like, look how cute those designs are. They're perfect for colouring in, guys, whether you're doing it with little watercolours, pencils, crayons, pens, whatever you've got. Then we've also got Dinosaur Adventures. This one is super cute. These little dinosaurs are adorable. And again, you've got all of those stamp framelits in there. Look at those little dinosaurs. Oh my goodness, they're so sweet. There's even little baby ones in the egg. Adorable. Oh, sorry, just trying to pop those back inside the packaging. And then last but not least, for any unicorn fairy tale lovers out there, we've also got unicorns and rainbows. How cute is that? Again, I'll just quickly show you the stamps, but the framelits fit perfectly around every single one of those stamps for you. So you can see the designs there, gorgeous outlines, ready to add some colour to. So those are the 4 collections and 4 different designs that you've got there. And obviously you can see an array of different projects that we've created here in-house to show you guys. So you can make all sorts of things. We've got stickers, we've got little name badges, we've got obviously our cards that you can make for any kind of occasion, little notebooks, and how cute is this? A little locker with all of your elements in. We've even got some little cake toppers there for you. These could be made into pencil toppers, anything like that. So super cute, and I think your little ones will have a blast coming up with different ways to use these designs. But today I'm going to show you guys how to make this gorgeous little puppet theatre using some of the little designs, and you can even move them around using a little magnet on the back, and your little ones can play and create little scenes, and you can even take out the backing like so and replace it with a different one. So you can utilize all of the different stamp sets. So this one, we've obviously got a little forest. So we need to bring in our bear and our bunny, and they can move around and play in the same way. How cute is that? Your little ones are going to have a great time making this and a great time colouring in, and then obviously a great time playing with them afterwards. So let's jump right in and I'll show you guys how to do it. Okay, first things first, we need our little characters. So Obviously, you can do just one of the sets, or you can do all of them and do all the different backgrounds that we're going to do. I'm just going to show you guys the Dinosaur Adventures one for today, but obviously I'll show you the different examples as well when we come to the end. I am going to stamp a handful of the little dinosaur designs, and I'm just going to do them on a plain piece of white paper using our stencil and stamp tool. So I'm going to place that there, and then I would utilise the whole entire space. So let your little ones place the dinosaurs down, positioning them, and completely fill the space, whether you're doing all dinosaurs or whether you're doing a mixture of the different designs. Utilise all that space, let the platform pick it up, and then they can stamp the designs themselves. So this is the main part, as well as like colouring in and obviously playing with whatever you've made at the end, where any little ones can get involved fully on their own and they can have a little bit of creative license. So they can have a lot of fun stamping these, because it's super easy, super simple. With a little bit of supervision, they can definitely have a go at this. So make sure you're really pressing hard to get the stamped image. And if it doesn't stamp straight away, so we've got a couple that are a little bit sparse there, don't worry, that's why we're using the stencil and stamp tool. And again, that's what's going to make it super easy for your little ones, because as long as they don't move the paper and they don't pick up the stamp off the back, they can just re-ink it and stamp again and make sure that it's all perfectly stamped. So real great way of getting little ones into stamping, because it is a little bit foolproof in that sense, which is great. So I'm going to place that to one side, and we've got our little dinosaurs. So at this point, they can have a lot of fun colouring them in. So you could use, like I said at the beginning, you could use watercolours, pens, anything like that. I've just got a couple of pens here that I'm going to use. You could use little crayons, anything basically. And we're just going to colour these in. And don't worry if it's not perfect, if they get things slightly out of the line, because we're going to cut around the edge anyway, you know, it doesn't really matter too much. So we're just going to colour those in. Move that down a little bit for you. Obviously, I'm going to do it super quick, but hopefully this is the moment where any children are going to be fully invested in their colouring, and they're going to want to make it as perfect as they can and take their time. And just do the little spots on my dinosaur as well. There we go. Super, super cute. Obviously, if you've done a whole page, colour in the whole page and completely make them nice and bright and colourful. I'm just going to take some scissors and just trim around here. So roughly cut that out, and then that is where the framelit is going to come in and do all of the perfect precision cutting for us. So you're just going to take your thinlits, or your framelits, sorry, and find the shape that corresponds to the one that you are trying to cut out. So we've got a little dinosaur here, and he can sit on top of there. Now, when you're cutting, a really great way to keep them in place is just by taking some maker's tape. It's just like a low tack tape, and it just keeps the framelit in position, so when it's rolling through the machine, it's not going to move about and cut wonky or anything like that. we can bring in our trusty Sidekick. Now, these are perfectly designed to work with the Sidekick. They'll all fit through your Sidekick machine, which is great because I think this is a perfect starting off point for any children that you're wanting to introduce to any form of die cutting. Obviously, with supervision, with adult supervision, if your little ones are wanting to have a go at this, make sure you are there and make sure you are doing the primary cutting. So we can just roll that through. And we have a little dinosaur. How cute. Isn't he adorable? Bushy, you know. I'm sure by now your children will have named them all, which is lovely. So we've got our little dinosaur. Now we can move on to our theatre background, okay? So this is probably where you're going to need to take over a little bit with this one because there's a little bit of kind of measuring involved. So if you didn't want to change out the background, it's super easy. You could just stick the background onto the first bit that we're going to do. But if you do want to have a interchangeable background, then you need 2 layers. So they're kind of going to be 2 little frames that we're going to cut. So I'm going to use my scoring board and trimmer, like so. Just make sure that's in frame for you. And you want to make one slightly bigger than the other. So your back one is going to be slightly bigger than your front one because that's going to keep our main bit in place, okay? To be honest, you could just have a plain piece on the back as well if you wanted. So you could just do it like that. Have your front piece, and as long as it's only glued around the edges, you could also do that. So the top one is the most important one that we get right. So using my scoring board and trimmer, I've taken a piece of A4 paper, lined it up to 28.5 centimetres at the end when it is widthways. And then I'm just going to poke this in here, trim down, but I'm not going to go all the way to the edges. And this is why this tool is perfect for this. And then this one was 20 lengthways. So again, just like so, 28.5, go down, upwards, and then 20 again. Poke down, there's even a little indicator on your scoring board and trimmer of where the middle of the blade is as well. So you should be able to line it up pretty well. And then if you've not kind of joined up all the corners, don't worry, you can go back in with the tool or just pull them apart. So we've got our frame, which is great. Now, again, you could just use a piece of plain paper, plain A4 paper, but if not, you can do another frame and just make it ever so slightly bigger, so that is also an option. And then we just want to basically glue those together. So we're just going to glue those on top of one another, but only glue 3 sides. So 1, 2, 3, and leave the top one open. So I'm going to do that now. So we've glued 3 sides and we've got our top still open. I'm going to leave that to dry to make sure all of the 3 sides are firmly in place. And then we can move on to working on the curtains, the theatre curtains. So this is a super easy way to make your curtains. I literally took 2 widths of red cardstock and stuck them down the sides. I cut a little divot in each side, but to be honest, you don't have to do that if you want. You can just do 2 straight lines. I did a piece of brown cardstock down the bottom for my little stage, and then to create the bits over the top, I literally just took a circle framelit. Just going to cut one out really quickly to show you. circle framelit, and then just give it a little fold and cut along that fold line. So you can use your scoring board and trimmer or some scissors for that. But, you know, make it nice and precise. Why not use your scoring board and trimmer? And then you want about 4 or 5 of those circles cut in half, and then that will create the curtains along the top. So make sure it's on the open end, and you're literally just going to layer those on top of one another like so, and that is going to create that curtain effect along the top just using those semicircles. So super easy. If you really want to be fancy, you can go back in with a red pen and create some like fold lines or anything like that on the curtains, but you don't have to. I'm sure your little one probably won't even notice that element. That is just for your little added bonus. And then you obviously can add in your backgrounds. So I've just printed these on offline and made them to the correct sizing. Just make sure that they slot in perfectly, but you could do whatever kind of background you want. We've obviously got one that is a little road, we've got our woodland background, and then we've also got our kind of dinosaur prehistoric background, and that is just going to slot in the back there. So just slot it in the top in the end that we kept unglued. There we go, we've got our little scene ready to go, and then we can bring back our elements. So any that you've cut out and coloured, or your little one has coloured, you can bring back in, and all you want to do is place a little magnet on the back. So these are just flat craft magnets, and they come with a little sticky pad ready for you to stick down, so you don't need to use any glue or anything, and they literally just stick on the back like so, and they're not going anywhere. So you've got your little dinosaurs with all of their magnets on the back. I'm just going to bring in all of my lovely little dinosaurs, and then what I've actually done is I've taken some of these blending tools that I had extra, and I've just placed another magnet on top of there. You could obviously use another like handheld magnet if you already had one, but I thought this would be great, nice and chubby for little hands to hold. And then you can just pick up your designs and move them around. And you could create 2 little handles and move your dinosaurs both at the same time. But how cute is that? I'm just going to move those so I've got less going on. And you can have a little play scene so they can like walk along their little scene. And obviously if you're doing it with the cars, they can move along the road. If you're doing it with the little animals, they can hop through the forest. Whatever you are doing, whatever your little one is into or loves, you can obviously tailor it to them. Not forgetting the unicorns and rainbows one as well, which I think would be super cute on like a fairy tale background. So all of these different options that you can create for these little Magnetize puppet theatres, which I think are absolutely adorable, and hopefully your little ones will think so too. So that is pretty much everything from me today, guys. I hope you loved seeing the new Kid Create collection and seeing some of the projects and creating this little Magnetize puppet theatre with me today. Let me know if you guys recreate this make, or to be honest, any make that you guys are making at home with these new designs. We love to see it here at Sizzix, so please share them below, share them across our socials. Yeah, and I hope you and your little ones have a blast making with these, and I'll see you in the next one. But until then, stay safe and keep crafting. Thanks, bye.